Cursor has been on fire lately. If you are going about your day and haven't heard about Cursor Origins, I will not fault you. Cursor Origin is one of those things that is proving to be very disruptive. And what I want to do in this video is talk to, just a very quick commentary about it and why you should care. I think the promise behind this is tremendous. Now, Cursor Origins is the Git Forge for AI agents. I think that's what it says. And I got the recent approval into the early beta. And my hope is to go through and show you this if you're looking at it for the very first time. Now, GitHub has been around for a long time. I think most developers know GitHub. For almost 10 or 20 years, or even more, Git has been around. And Git was created when humans literally had to open up an IDE, type in code, commit those changes. Someone opens up a diff, looks at them, reviews it, approves it, and that entire workflow continues. So here's my GitHub repo. I'm not showing that much. And most people are very, very familiar with Git. So if you think about what a human can type at human speed of typing code, that is really what Git was meant for. Now imagine a scenario for AI agents where not only do you have a repo, and I'm going to go back here to origins. Let's see if I can go in. Not only do you have a repo where you can come in, have an AI, open up the repo 24/7, find issues, write the code, fix the bug, commit those changes, merges them, and not just one AI agent doing it. You have dozens of AI agents doing it at scale. The amount of code you can produce is just not what humans were meant for. And I think this is a fundamental change that the moment you appreciate it, you start realizing that, oh, Git might not be what we need for the era of agents. So that's really the spirit behind Cursor Origin. So if you're curious, why Cursor Origin? It's to solve that problem where humans used to write code. Humans used to open an IDE and physically type in line by line, this is my function, this is my method, this is my class, on and on and on. And then some other human somewhere is reviewing that. We're going into a universe where that is completely changing. So Cursor did make an acquisition. So Cursor made this acquisition of this AI coding platform called Graphite, and this was back in December. And Graphite essentially was the company, and they are no longer in business. If we go over to Graphite is now part of Cursor. They were the company reimagining how Git will work in a collaborative world where agents build more code or write more codes and apps than humans. So Cursor acquired that, and because it's now part of Cursor, it's now part of XAI, part of SpaceX. And this is really the origins of Cursor Origins. So that acquisition, for those who are curious about the history, is where this came from. Now, I got into the early beta. I won't go through the full demo. I think this is the first time I'm walking through, but I really wanted to turn on the screen real quick to record this commentary on why this is important. I think most people, if I kind of look at what's going on today, people are talking about Grogbot. That's probably what many folks are talking about. But if you're a developer and you're kind of thinking and you have a GitHub repo or just trying to build your portfolio, build applications, and wondering, well, what should I care about in the next few days or weeks or months, I will keep a very, very close eye on Origins because we know Microsoft bought GitHub, and I think GitHub has had a tremendous run. I am a big user, so many repos in GitHub. Again, I'm not making this video to showcase my GitHub, but so many I use in Hub. But what I want to call here, if you come in, it says browse your repos on Origins. So supposedly it might allow me to browse my GitHub repos here, and I'll give it a name. Let's go to Fruit Dev 3, and hopefully it will find my GitHub was there, all the repos that I have. The one I want, let's find Prevail, the Prevail repo, the desktop, the web, the CLI. There's a 2e2. Let's get that. Or maybe we just sync that later. And then now this is your origins. Now in the future video, I will go through a demo on what it means to build with, because I haven't gone through, I just literally got into the early access, what it means to build with AI agents using Cursor, using GitHub as we know it. And then I'm also curious on what it means to build with AI agents in this new world using Graphite, which is essentially Cursor Origins, and what the differences are. Because if you're a developer and you're learning tools, again, like I said, I've iterated this a couple of times, I will be paying attention to what agents will be able to do. And GitHub was built for humans. We are going, like, I don't write code anymore. I mean, I just have AI agents running all over the place, writing code for me. And if there is a new way to version control that, diff that, go through your workflows, commit, pull requests and all of that, if that's going to be reimagined, I want to be at the forefront of that because that's essentially what the future is going to be. So there you have it. Let me actually sync. I should sync one repo here. We shouldn't finish this video without syncing one repo. I don't think that would be fair to you guys. Let's do the CLI just for the sake of it. Sync that repo over. So now it's doing the sync. You can see there are connect your apps in here. There are rules, there are advanced settings. I just want to give it a few seconds for that sync. And that's the GitHub version of this application. This is an open source app with 10 stars. By the way, go give it a star. We need 100 stars. We got to cross 100 stars on that. So these are the pull requests for this. Let's see the code. The code is still syncing over. Now, once the code syncs over, again, if you're used to GitHub, you're building with Cursor or you're building with Cloud Code, you're pointing it at your origins. This would be a better way to, supposedly, again, I have to do the demo to prove that this is a better way. And so just bear with me because that's going to be a future demo. Supposedly, to have your AI agents interact with the code base in a more traditional native way for agentic experiences, more so than GitHub, which has been around for, who knows, 20 years now or more. That just wasn't built for that. GitHub just wasn't built for that. So that's the premise behind it. As always, I know this is not a demo, but just wanted to put it out there for you guys. More demos to be coming. This is through. Subscribe if you haven't. We make videos and tutorials around this, helping you be AI ready for your life, for your career, for your future, whatever it is that's relevant to you. We try to surface those videos without hype, without hype. So thank you again for watching. I will see you in the next demo.